NTA 10, Station for Excellence.
Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ ètò olóyin ládùn, ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti máa gbádùn gbogbo àwọn abala wa ní ọjọ́ àìkú ní déédéé aago 9 sí 10 àárọ̀, bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti abala ọlọ́wọ́ ṣíbí níbi tí a ti máa ń kọ́ àwọn oúnjẹ ilẹ̀ wa. Ìlera lóògùn ọrọ̀, ẹ pàdé àwọn dókítà wa lórí abala ìlera. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ eré ìdárayá, ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti máa mọ bí ó ṣe ń lọ ní abala eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ yín Yes Ajas. Òwe lẹ́ṣin ọ̀rọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ṣin òwe. Abala òwe kò ní gbẹ̀yìn lórí ètò olóyin ládùn pẹ̀lú bàbá òwe. Bákan náà ni ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti pàdé àwọn àlejò jàǹkànjàǹkàn fún ìjíròrò àti ìtọ́nisọ́nà. Kí ni ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an tẹ́ fẹ́ kí àwọn ará ìlú mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀? Ìgbéyàwó ni tàbí ọjọ́ ìbí, oyè jíjẹ ni tàbí ìsọmọlórúkọ? Ẹ pè wá fún ìbéèrè tàbí fún ìpolówó ọjà lórí àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí. Ẹ pè fún mi sórí 0803 3280 798 tàbí Jimoh sórí 0803 8301 669 tàbí kí ẹ kàn sí wa ní ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa ní NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tẹ̀jú-Òṣó. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, ètò olóyin ládùn ní NTA Lagos Channel 10 ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àìkú láti aago 9 títí di aago 10 àárọ̀. Ètò tó ládùn tó lóyin.
Good evening, and you're welcome to Saturday News Review on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. Tonight, we bring you stories that made headlines during the week as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu expressed conviction on Wednesday that his administration's commitment to positive transformation refortifies Nigeria's position as the forefront of African nations for the pride of the citizenry. The president was addressing Nigerians in Brazil as part of his engagement on the margins of his recent state visit to the South American country. Our State House correspondent, Musbau Dan Waab, report.
President Bola Tinubu is keeping to the tradition, bonding with Nigerians in the diaspora and instilling sense of belonging. Here, representatives of Nigerians in Brazil. They are part of the immediate beneficiaries of a just rejuvenated Nigeria-Brazil relations. Amongst this cross-section are scholars and entrepreneurs making Nigeria proud in Brazil through innovations and volunteerism. And these Brazilians of Nigerian descent are now craving to reunite with their origin.
Àjò de Babile, ẹ̀ka sọ́fọwọ́kọ̀ kọ́sì mọ̀fọ̀kan, bẹ́ẹ̀ kémi bẹ́ẹ̀, Odùduwà bẹ́ẹ̀ kémi bẹ́ẹ̀.
They equally demonstrated retention of their culture. They have varying issues needing government assistance to ease their stay here. But then, they appreciated the president for strengthening bilateral ties with their host presidents and for the reforms preparing a better country for them back home.
The 1 trillion economy, the way we are seeing things, we think it will not even get to 2030 before we achieve this 1 trillion economy.
Now that we're building this relationship with Brazil in different phases, we plead, Your Excellency, that wherever we needed to be a channel between you and Brazil, we are ready to do that.
Members of the President team updated the diasporans on various transformative programs and policies of the government, including the Agricultural Revival Program.
And the Brazilian-Nigerian friendship, which Mr. President has in no small way strengthened within the last 2 years, is going to be something that the whole OVA will be very proud of.
In the last 2 years, Mr. President have made a lot of intervention by all the state governors in Nigeria in terms of ensuring that he gave us fertilizer, he gave us a lot of resources, particularly to invest in agriculture.
A lot is happening in the agri sector, and I can assure you that in the next 2 to 3 years, with all that has been initiated under the leadership of Mr. President, we should be moving from food sufficiency to sovereignty.
Students are no longer going out of school simply on account of the inability of their parents or guardians not to pay for their school fees or for their upkeep. I think this is very, very important. This from north to south, from east to west, nobody, you don't need to know anyone.
Nigeria has changed.
President Tinubu is again proud that the reforms embarked upon by his administration are yielding good results. He expresses commitments with courage and foresight to reinforce Nigeria's leading role and status in Africa.
Look at the technological development of this country. Look at the ability of this nation to achieve food sovereignty. Just imagine, what do they have that we don't have? We have everything. We have the brain, we have the energy, we have the population, the youth. To us, we can manufacture, we can develop, we can design, we can build a nation that work purposefully and prosperously for all of us.
The President calls for the support of Nigerians home and abroad to ensure success and sustainability of the government reforms. In Brasilia, Musbao and Wahab, NT News.
The Lagos State government turned attention to its coastal communities with plans to improve infrastructure and unlock tourism potential in places like Ibeshe, Ilashe, and Takwa Bay. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu led a working visit to the areas and said government is ready to balance development with order. Joy Ken Abapuya has the details.
Babajide Sanwo-Olu, joined by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat and other officials, spent hours touring the beach corridor, meeting residents, engaging traditional leaders, and inspecting ongoing projects. One of the major stops was Ilashe, where a new 30 MVA transformer and an 11 kVA power line are being installed to improve electricity supply.
What is now remaining is really just the connection to the various houses and to the various homes and facilities that we have here. And EcoDisco, there was an official handover of the step-down transformers, to them.
But beyond power, the governor expressed concern over uncontrolled building activities along the shoreline. He said the state would conduct a proper survey to regularize existing structures.
There's also been a lot of disjointed building, going on. There's been a lot of abuse of the fiscal planning approval. There's been complete abuse on the lines.
Governor Sanwo-Olu described the corridor as unique and emphasized that it must be properly managed to maximize its tourism potential. He also assured that healthcare and other essential services would be factored into the state's plans for the area.
I will believe that this trip has given us, has opened our eyes, and so what you're meant to, you've seen things for yourself, and you know that as a government we cannot fold our arms and not intervene and not support and not regulate.
For the governor, the visit was about seeing things firsthand. For residents, it signals that change may soon be coming to their shoreline communities. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
Also, a new chapter began at the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, as seasoned media executive Rotimi Richard Pedro officially assumed the role of Director General. The Director General takes the helm of Africa's largest television network, alongside newly appointed executive directors following their appointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Charles Arthur report.
A dawning of a new era, and this media guru will lead the way, illuminating the path into new digital transformation that lies ahead. With a legacy of innovation and decades of experience in broadcasting and media rights, Rotimi Pedro steps into the role of Director General with a vision to modernize NTA and reposition it as a global force in public service broadcasting. After a brief meeting with the executive directors, he emerged, addressing senior NTA staff in a spirited meeting that laid out his ambitious roadmap for the organization's future. For a man who has had his media days with NTA, this is a familiar threshold. Understanding the gravity of the task for him means staff must understand that the digital landscape, repositioning it to adapt to the modern evolution, isn't just the only priority for the largest TV network. Scaling the desired skill set to evolve the revenue landscape, leveraging digital platform with the kind of asset that NTA possesses is a vision that staff must run with.
It's important that we understand the gravity of what we are faced with. The media landscape of today is transforming by the minute. The media delivery platform is changing by the minute as well. What's relevant today may not be relevant tomorrow. So NTA as a national asset needs to be up to the task. The society itself is changing. Cost of living these days is not what it was many years ago. So we're hoping that we will be able to look into the welfare a bit more and see how we can raise morale of the staff, everybody across board.
We all remain committed to ensuring that this vision is achieved because it's to the benefits of all of us.
With the new DG coming in at a time, NTA is upgrading its equipment for improved digital content. There are high hopes that this will mark a major turning point. The DG, Rotimi Pedro, after meeting with the senior staff, went immediately to inspect NTA's vast equipment.
So what I've just seen today just strengthens my belief in NTA's ability currently to be able to meet up with the challenges ahead. The vision is to be able to transform NTA digitally, and I've seen enough equipment on ground, though we need to actually upgrade a few and make it more relevant to the modern broadcast era. But there's a lot that I have seen today that gives me confidence that the vision of digital first can be accomplished.
Rotimi Pedro, a seasoned media entrepreneur and sports broadcast executive from Lagos State, is the founder of Optima Sports Management International, which distributed major events like the FIFA World Cup, UEFA Champions League, and the English Premier League across Africa. He replaces former DG NTA Saliu Abdul Hamid Dambos. He was not the only one that was appointed by President Bola Tinubu that assumed office here today. Karima Bello is the Executive Director of Marketing. The Executive Director News, Stella Dean Jacob.
Meanwhile, during the week, the DG promised to look into enhanced content, harassment, intimidation, and general welfare of media workers, especially those of NTA staff, are concerns the new Director General, Rotimi Pedro, has to contend with. Not only were these concerns raised when he, the chairman, and the NUJ and Rataru NTA chapter met with the management, the assurance to address every issue raised and strengthening industrial relationship were also heartwarming. Again, Charles Arthur has the report.
Rain or shine, these media workers remain steadfast in their mission. From camera operators and editors to anchors and field reporters, they work tirelessly often through the night to keep the nation informed while others sleep. Despite their critical role, many media professionals continue to face poor welfare conditions, limited protection, and operational challenges that hinder their ability to perform effectively. It is within this context that the concerns of media unions such as the Nigeria Union of Journalists and RATAW have grown increasingly urgent. Their engagement with NTA's new management here is a push for reforms that prioritize the well-being, safety, and professional dignity of those who serve the public through journalism. While the two union leaders, NTA headquarters, congratulate the Director General, NTA, and executive directors for their appointment, they are excited about the Digital First initiative and vision of the DG. Yet, it was an opportunity to vent concerns from welfare, incentives, and improved remuneration to harassment and intimidation of NTA staff. The union chairman, NTA headquarters, laid bare the issues. Only recently, former NAWAJ President Ladibala of NTA was harassed and intimidated for carrying out her assigned duties, and this is one of many NTA staff nationwide faced over the years.
DG, we also will want you to, amongst your plans, to please take staff welfare as a priority, as it were.
Issue of harassment of our staff has become a recurring decimal. We had one in Maiduguri some times ago when our reporter was attacked during court coverage, and then just yesterday, our reporter went to the incident where we had a train derailment, and she got the worst of her life. So we want the management to please address some of these issues.
Again, new on the job, but not so new to the system. The DG, Rotimi Pedro, before this engagement, as he puts it, was already engaging his management on how to improve welfare, develop NTA content house, and other issues raised by the union leaders to restore dignity back to labor and put a bit more focus on staff rather than just equipment.
Quite over the years, I believe NTA has focused too much, particularly on kit, equipment. It's now to turn it around to a content house. A content house meaning that people, not just the equipment, and to get the right people to operate the equipment and to get the best output out of NTA would mean a good union, in a good industrial relationship. And I think there's a strong foundation to build on that. So I believe in that totally, and the management, which I lead now, would reflect that in the whole thing. The welfare is also quite key.
As for support and delivery of the Digital First initiative, members of these unions are reassured that they are more than ready to make it happen.
Before we go on the break, they need to understand that the national flag, anthem, pledge are symbols of unity which must be honored and held in high esteem, was again reiterated. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, stated this at the flag-off of the nationwide Enlightenment campaign on Wednesday as the Lagos State chapter of the agency in Lagos. Our correspondent has the details. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, who was represented, says the two-week Enlightenment campaign focuses on the 5 thematic areas: national values for students in different educational levels, security awareness, flood mitigation, Nigerian identity projects, and government policies, programs, and activities is to enhance mutual understanding.
Fellow Nigerians, this campaign will succeed only if you are part of it. Seek information from credible sources. Prepare ahead of emergencies. Work with security agencies to keep our communities safe. Celebrate achievements with dignity and respect for life. Uphold and teach our national symbols to the next generation.
The Lagos State Director, National Orientation Agency, Mustapha Tuko, added that, just as in Lagos, the campaign will be carried out simultaneously in 20 local government areas and 774 LCDAs.
By tomorrow, we shall be having a town hall interactive session in Surulere local government where we are going to be talking to our community gatekeepers. Community gatekeepers are critical in our activities. There's hardly anything we can do without them. They are what we can also refer to as the fourth level of government. They are closer to the people as we are also closer to them. So we usually leverage on them to disseminate information regarding our activities. So we are going to do this tomorrow in Surulere local government, meeting with the community leaders and chieftains at that level.
The campaign, which was flagged off today, would commence nationwide for the next 2 weeks. In Lagos. Now let's take a break. After the short timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
I am trying to recharge this my prepaid. It's giving me problem. For some time now, I don't have light.
Chief, why are you still suffering yourself? Why not try solar?
That one, the one they put for me last time, give me so many problems. It did not work and they just wasted my money.
Chief, go for Vifos and Zantres American tubular battery. Original, with sun approval. They also have Super Zantres inverters, Zantres solar battery, Zantres panel, MPPT controllers, Tobar, solar fridge, solar street light, marketed by Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited. Visit them at F10 and 11 Easy Blessed Plaza by Alaba Rago Junction in Alaba International Market, Lagos. Vifos and Zantres America available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Ring them on 0803 6830 557 or 0803 9644 115. Vifos and Zantres America. Solar, power solar.
You're welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching Saturday News Review on NT Lagos Channel 10. We're still on the news review, and during the week, Lagos State House of Assembly reiterated commitment to support local government and local council development areas with laws to deliver good governance, while non-performance by local government chairman will attract sanctions from the state legislative house. Speaker Lagos House of Assembly Mudashiru Obasa stated this at a one-day summit organized by the State Legislative House of Executive of the Local Government and Local Council Development Areas in Lagos. Musa Toliat has the details.
This one-day summit, organized by the Lagos State House of Assembly, is premised on intimating the executives and members of legislature at the local governments with the Local Government Administration Law 2025 to guide their activities.
Ignorantly, we have violated so many things.
Speaker Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa reminded the participants that the quest to ensure enough time to make positive impact at the grassroots necessitated the extension of their tenure from 3 to 4 years.
The only thing that is right is to ensure we serve our people. We put in place every necessary thing. We talk about maternity, we talk about road tarring, we talk about now you don't have to use NEPA, you can do solar. Let us light up our streets, let us empower our people.
He also stressed on effective devolution of powers, saying care must be taken not to allow needless friction jeopardize positive developments in their localities.
If you can include us in the PAC because of for you to know what is happening in the council because of proper appropriations, sir.
All right. You are supposed to supervise, oversight, and monitor, and you want to be part of it. So how will you be able to justify your report, the outcome of it?
Spokesperson of the local government executives and legislature pledged to promote good governance at the grassroots level.
The council chairman cannot do it alone. You have to work with the vice chairman, and you also have to work with the councillors. This is very, very instructive for us, and we need that for the stability of our administration and for the stability of our states.
Speaker Mudashiru Obasa told journalists that arrangements have been concluded to organize leadership workshop for councillors in the state.
The local government is all about the people. They have to meet regularly with the people at the grassroots, and they must ensure that they spend according in accordance to the laws and regulations that supervise the management of the councils.
The one-day leadership summit had in attendance chairman, vice chairman, council leaders and majority leaders from the 57 local governments and local council development areas in the state. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
We also brought a report that the Retired Police Personnel Association from the southwestern part of the country insisted on the withdrawal of their members from the contribution pension scheme across the country. The agitated was carried out at a meeting with the leadership of the National Pension Commission in Lagos. Again, Musa Toliat has the details.
This octogenarian retired police officer is not happy in retirement, and her reasons are not far-fetched.
I'm a retired assistant commissioner of police, going home every month with 50,019 naira. While my counterpart in the military are taking 800, 700, 650. So the disparity is too much. We are sending them to Mr. President to remove us from that CPS.
Like her, others have several complaints and reasons they want to be disengaged from the contributory pension scheme.
I don't know how I will serve Nigerian police for good 35 years. I'm as superintendent of police, and they will now say 1 million.
It's 30,000 naira they have been paying me. No increment, nothing whatsoever. For the past 18 years now.
Well, guys, the CP, the AIG, the DIG, they are in another scheme. Yes. If they can be in another scheme, what is stopping us from going there?
The large turnout of retired police personnel here gives an indication that previous efforts to address their pension concerns may have failed. Hence, they are coming here to meet with the leadership of the pension regulatory body in the country.
The meeting with the leadership of the National Pension Commission serves as an avenue to get first-hand information on federal government's efforts aimed at addressing the plight of the pensioners, especially police retirees.
Under the leadership of this president, he has approved the clearing of all pension liabilities totaling over, or rather 758 billion naira to clear pension liabilities. Part of that includes pension increases, which policemen are entitled to, and you will get by the grace of God this year.
Despite the privileged information released, the police pensioners unanimously presented a position paper.
If by September 29, 2025, we are not removed from CPS, then we shall be compelled to proceed on the further of all protests.
The contributory pension scheme was set up by the Pension Reform Act of 2004 to ensure employers and employees jointly contribute to a retirement savings account to make pensions more sustainable. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
That concludes the news tonight. Thanks for staying with us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. A very good evening to you.